This is Ken the Metal Professor, and it is time for Revolution Championship Wrestling's 14th anniversary event. It's kind of loud in the building right now. I think I knew that I had been here for several of these anniversary shows. I figured, 4 or 5. I dug back onto my webpage where I used to do just written write-ups, and I was here for the 7th anniversary show. So I can't say that I've been at every single one, but I think more than I've missed for half of RCW's lifespan. That's pretty cool. So this is a big show. We've got lots of guests. We've got Madman Fulton, Dirty Dango, Jake Omen, all sorts of fun stuff. A 3 Stages of Hell match. And to kick things off, there's an induction into the RCW Hall of Fame, and that's going on right about now.
Years, RCW has put on show after show, and we cannot do it without everyone in the back. So thank you to all the wrestlers that never stepped foot in this ring for RCW.
So the good news is it'll be a great show. The bad news is I left my laptop power cord at home. My battery is fully charged, but because it's going to be a long show, I'm going to be dipping in and out a lot more than usual, like now. Richard Wright and Jackie Jester are out demanding that the crowd thank them for their contribution to RCW. The crowd is not making it easy for them to speak.
A lot of you fans may not know him, but let me give you a little bit of a backstory. J.B. Blackwell was around when RCW was first starting out. Back over at the Eagles Lodge in 2010. He was there, he was training, he was busting his ass, and he realized, hey, maybe the wrestling side of this is really not for me. So then he came to me and said, hey, I'd like to be a manager. And I was like, all right, let's see what you got. Well, not only did he manage myself, 2 times being RCW heavyweight champion, but he also managed Kevin Storm to be one of the longest reigning RCW tag team champions.
Hey, this was kind of unexpected, but from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I couldn't have done this without my wonderful life.
Thank you.
Everybody who trained me, Brutus, Ox, Ryan Epic, thank you for all the training and the knowledge you gave me over the years. I want to thank everybody that I got to luckily have it in my corner or be in their corner through all the years. And most of all, I want to thank the RCW fans for being there all these years.
This show is starting off with the RCW Heavyweight Championship match between Kevin Storm and Bacchus. Bacchus is on his way to the ring. The match starts out with punches and a stunner from Kevin Storm, and he clotheslines Bacchus out of the ring. So he's off to a good start. Like I mentioned before, there's about a 3-hour show here, and I've got to try to get bits and pieces before the battery in my laptop runs out, because I'm a doofus that left my charging cord at home. So I'm going to jump in and out. If nothing else, the beginnings and endings of the matches, maybe a little bit in between. But Bacchus and Kevin Storm are off to a rocking start. I'll check back in when there are developments. Bacchus just came off the top rope 3 times in a row with flying elbows onto Kevin Storm, who has been, well, if he's playing possum, he's doing a really good job at it, because he's put up with 3 of these now. And here comes number 4. Bacchus is up. And there, oh my gosh, there's number 4. Wow. And a 3 count already. Beautiful. Bob Bacchus is the new RCW Heavyweight Champion. There was a new belt introduced, and he's now grabbed both, the old one and the new one. So he might think that makes him double champion, but I don't think that's how it works.
First, he is the chosen one, Sean Sparks.
These are introductions for the RCW Tag Team title match.
They are the team of the Chester I.B. Fresh, the Dude and Billy Bump. Together, they are the reigning and defending RCW Tag Team Champions, Funk and Fresh.
The match starts off with Travesty about to lock up with the Jester I.B. Fresh. Funk and Fresh are the tag team champs. Travesty and Sean Sparks, Spark of Madness, are ex-champs, trying to recapture those belts. Sean Sparks was on the receiving end of violence for quite a while, but he hit a spinning or a tilt-a-whirl DDT on Mr. Fresh. Did not, though, get to his own corner to tag in Travesty until now. Now Travesty's in there to clean house, and we'll see if he can finish it up. Uh-oh. Sean Sparks just tagged himself in by smacking Travesty's back, and Travesty was a little disturbed by that, and he just body slammed his own partner. He regretted it afterwards. He was like, what did I just do? But it's too late now. And meanwhile, Funk and Fresh take that opportunity to attack Travesty, rolling him out of the ring. Sean Sparks is now legal because he slapped Travesty's back to tag himself in. And oh, there is a vicious power slam. And that's it. Funk and Fresh retain the RCW Tag Team titles. Spark of Madness has a little explaining to do to each other. This next match is the first non-title match of the show. There are 10 matches, 5 of them are title matches tonight. For this one, we've got Xander Bennett against Nelson Edward Robert Doolittle V, NERD. I am not used to people cheering for Nelson Edward Robert Doolittle V. Now he's wearing a big, shiny green cape with his name on the back. And he's circulating around the outside of the ring. He probably wants to get as much applause as he is able to while he can. Nelson did right by Brutus Dillon a couple of shows ago, which got him on the good side of the audience, and now he's actually offering to shake hands before the start of the match. And there they go, they've locked up. And you just heard the 3 count for Xander Bennett. Sort of a strange conclusion to the match. If you've listened to me covering previous RCW events the last few months, usually at some time in the show, a very strange woman slowly comes out from the back, circles the ring as if she's scouting the people in it. This time she came out in a green hooded robe, and when Xander Bennett was close to the rope, she blew some dust into his face, which made him totally silly, but gave him some superpower where he just clocked Nelson Doolittle and got the pinfall. I'm still kind of wondering what the heck is going on, but that was a development. The crowd still likes Mr. Nerd there, so he's all right. The next match is also a non-title match. Anthony Lee taking on Tony Thunder. The crowd is definitely more behind Tony than poor Anthony. Well, it's been pretty much all Anthony Lee so far. Although Tony Thunder is starting to make a little push, slugging Anthony Lee a few times. Uh-oh. Until Anthony Lee caught him in a choke slam across his knee. Oh, but Tony rolls him up into a crucifix pin, but didn't get the 3 count. Now Tony has jumped on Anthony Lee's back and choking him with his arms, but Anthony Lee just stood up with Tony Thunder on his back and slammed backwards into the turnbuckle pads. And there goes Tony into the opposite turnbuckle pads, and he's down. And that crunch you just heard was Tony Thunder in a cradle pile driver, but he did kick out after 2. Here comes another one. And instead of trying for a pin, Anthony Lee picks him up for a 3rd. And that's the 3 count for Anthony Lee.
is to be friends with these people who run it. And Melissa Day runs this place, posts pictures of me on Facebook, says I'm a Melissa Day guy, but Melissa Day doesn't do a goddamn thing for me. And you guys all for me doesn't matter either. I don't know if we keep up the memory of a goldfish, but Brutus Dillon made this place a living hell for all of us for 2 years. And all of you turned your back on Theo because he didn't trust Brutus Dillon.
No, he's kind of right.
Turn your back on me because I backed up my boy Theo. So, if I'm right getting an opportunity, I can either start by eliminating all the competition, incapacitating everybody in our locker room, so I'm the only one left. Or I can start this peacefully. Blake, Zach, fucking fresh, get out here. I'm the one that trained fucking fresh. You guys are only wrestlers because of me. And since I'm not getting the opportunities owed to me, it's time to pay the piper. You two owe me everything, so you're going to give me a championship match. Opportunities that they don't deserve. Now the rest of the maximum amount of bottles next month. They don't deserve that either. You know what? Hey, scratch that fresh. You're not helping me. Fuck, you're the one that does all the work. You're not going to be your champion. You're going to give me a tag title match. Hey, you know all the work. Hey, you know what? You know what I want to be fair? Give me a title. Hey, Blake, you might want to look behind you. Tag team champions, everybody.
And it looks like Anthony Lee and Ashton Adonis are coming after the tag team championships. Ashton Adonis came out and grabbed Funk, picked him up, slammed him into the ring post. After he clobbered him with a chair, and Funk is bleeding all over the place now. Adonis has fresh. Splats him down. And now Lee and Adonis are holding the title belts, wondering what it's going to be like when they win them. We are at the time for the last match before intermission. Dirty Dango has come out through the curtain, is walking around the ring to a pretty good reception. And here comes Madman Fulton. Right before Madman came out, Dirty Dango was standing up in a corner towards the crowd, and he said, "I'm a bad guy tonight." Every time I see Fulton, his dreadlocks have gotten a little bit longer. Now they're about down to his upper pants line. Well, after a headlock and a shoulder tackle from Madman Fulton onto Dirty Dango, Dango has skunkered out of the ring.
Thank you. Get it back. Fulton, get back. I want you to get eyes on a real big bad boy.
This is Dango, if you hadn't figured that out.
6'7", 285 pounds of sex bandit.
And Dango has escaped out of the ring again. Uh-oh, he's coming over here.
Are we live?
No,
Dango's not doing too good. I'm not doing too well.
I can tell. Medic! Medic! His head just got smashed into my table. And there's a kitten here at the table, too. This is unacceptable. Fulton has Dango sitting in a chair at ringside. He just ran one full circuit around the ring and hit him with the clothesline, but he didn't knock him over. So now he's going for round two. Around ring post 1, 2, 3, and Dango stood up out of the chair and threw the chair at him when he came around that final ring post. Man, chairs are dangerous tonight. Ouch, that crash was Dango yanking down Fulton by his dreadlocks onto his back. Now he's across the ring, charging in. Flying elbow number 1. Flying elbow number 2. Dango onto Fulton, running across again, corner to corner. And number 3, Fulton stumbles out. Russian leg sweep. Attempted a pinfall, but no. Only a 2 count. Fulton kicked out. And now Fulton is getting choked by his own dreadlocks. That is the flaw in his fashion plan. Dango brought his plastic chair into the ring and sat Fulton in it. He was doing sort of a naughty lap dance to Fulton. Fulton stood up, picked up Dango, and crotched him across the top of the chair back. Dango is standing but bent over. Fulton's getting to his feet. He has Dango's arms trapped and he's doing forward headbutts. And again, those dreadlocks probably pad those headbutts a little bit, taking away some of their effect. I think he should shave himself bald, then he won't have that problem. Fulton's coming out of a corner in the second rope with a flying clothesline, hits Dango. But he's not really getting back to him very quickly. Uh-oh, Fulton's taking off his wrist guards. This must mean business. He's got Dango in a choke, up, and oh, Dango pushed himself away and jumps out of the ring. We didn't get off the apron, though. And he reached over and grabbed Fulton by the dreadlocks, yanked him over the ropes, and then sent him into the ring post. And that was Fulton with a big choke slam to Dango, and the result. All right. The first half is over. I've recorded 29 minutes of audio. Normally I would have probably picked up about 40 or 45 to trim down. But like I mentioned, your genius radio guy who's done this many times managed to leave the house without his power cord for his laptop. So the battery was at a full charge at the start of the show. I'm trying to reduce what I'm recording a little bit. And at the end of the first half, my battery status is 65% remaining. So far, so good. Second half will be coming up in about 10 to 15 minutes for us, but instantaneously for you. You're listening to delayed audio coverage of Revolution Championship Wrestling's 14th anniversary show from the Goodson Event Center in South Bend, Indiana. I'm recording this on Saturday, April 27th. And you're listening to that delayed audio coverage on WVLP 103.1 FM in Valparaiso, Indiana, on the Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program. Second half is coming right up. It's time for the second half here at RCW. We've got Jake Omen against Paul Hubris. And in the battle between me and battery life, the battery sits at 62%. So wish me luck. I've not seen Paul Hubris before, but Jake Omen is always fun to watch. He's one of those guys who just looks right in a wrestling ring. Well, for several minutes, this match was about as pure of a fundamentals on display type of wrestling match as you could have. Holds and counter holds, blows and counter blows. And eventually Paul Hubris gave Omen a corkscrew leg whip. And Omen's knee has been hobbled since then, so it's been hard to keep up that pace. But both guys were on their feet. Hubris just went for a spinning kick, but Omen ducked and picked him up for a big backdrop. But Omen is now just kind of laying there too, so both men are taking a moment on the apron there, or on the mat. Hubris has tried a few times to put Omen away. He's only getting 2 counts, and there's another one. And he's sort of shaking his head, wondering what he has to do next. Another 2 count. This is when he has to be careful, because if he kind of loses it, he's going to have opened the door for Omen to take over. And there it is. Omen spun him around, headbutt, kicks out his leg, and a Shining Wizard. Hubris is conked out, Omen's on top, and there's your 3 count. Jake Omen is the winner.
Quarter to my left, hailing from Indianapolis,
she is the reigning and defending RCW Women's Champion, Shauna Reed!
Well, the match started with the two women approaching each other like they were going to do a collar and elbow tie-up, but instead Shauna Reed just grabbed Charlie Pierce by the hair and threw her down to the mat. And now she's proud of herself and posing. Shauna Reed had Charlie Pierce down for a pinfall and was very sort of careless cover, so she only got a 2 count. And just came off the top rope to try to pounce on Pierce, but Pierce got out of the way. And now she's rammed Shauna's head into the turnbuckle. And she's going for a turnbuckle to turnbuckle kick, which did land a little bit. There goes another one. Running from one corner to the other where Reed is down in the corner. Knee to the head. 2 of those in a row. Now she's going far corner back to the corner where Reed is down. With a little double knee meteora. And then a nice knee strike to flatten Reed, but only a 2 count. Shauna Reed just picked up the win with a sunset flip out of the corner, followed up by a 3 count. You didn't catch the noise because I thought I was recording when I had already said that once, but I wasn't. So this was take 2. Reed has already departed, and Charlie Pierce is left in the ring, but she's promising to come get that belt at some point. Ryan Anderson introducing Ryan Epic with an epic introduction. Ryan Epic is the special guest referee for this RCW Heart of the Revolution Championship match. Nature called, so I've come back to a match that has already started for the RCW No Limits Championship. Champion Daniel Stark taking on challenger Tyler Matthews with, as mentioned before, the special guest referee Ryan Epic, who is exerting his authority by grabbing Stark and hurling him off of Matthews, who's down in the corner. And Epic is trying to keep it clean, and he just threw him off a second time. Oh, but Tyler Matthews was charging at Stark out of the corner, and he hit Epic in the process, and Epic is not happy. And then Matthews just threw Daniel Stark at Ryan Epic, who jumped out of the way. And Tyler Matthews just hit a pretty good spear on Daniel Stark, but he only got a 2 count out of it. And Epic was not, as guest referee, having shenanigans. It wasn't a fast count or anything, but Matthews is acting like Epic had it out for him, and he almost made it look like he wanted to hit him. Stark just dropped Matthews on his head. And Tyler Matthews kicked out after 2. Stark is getting himself to his feet. He's psyching himself up for the big move. Off the opposite ropes. Oh, he was going for a knee to the back of Matthews' head, but Matthews just sort of tipped forward. Stark ended up swinging his leg over where Matthews was, but there's a kick to the gut. Somersault DDT. Matthews is on his knees. Now Stark's going the other way for that Shining Wizard to the back of the head. Oh, and right at the 2 count, right after the 2 count, Matthews draped his foot over the lower rope. Epic stopped the count. He's like, well, what am I supposed to do? He broke the count by putting his foot on the ropes. Matthews had Stark down for a pin. He was on top of Stark, and he was looking Ryan Epic right in the eyes while Epic started counting, and Epic was counting a little slow. He got past that 2 count, and he was like, I do not want to drop my hand a 3rd time, but he had to, and there it was. Tyler Matthews takes the RCW No Limits Championship. Matthews has now called Epic back into the ring to make sure he gets his hand raised. Epic does it, but he's not happy about it. Matthews grabs his hand again. And Epic's had enough, and he suplexes Tyler Matthews up and over, and Matthews rolls out the ring to the floor.
He hails from Buchanan, Michigan. He is Hollywood handsome. He is Detroit dangerous. He is and up like Isaiah Moore. Introducing the second challenger to my right. Witnessing at 180 pounds of pure epic terror. He hails from Dayton, Ohio, and is accompanied by his boy, Bobby. He is the fire starter, Jack Hailing from Monterey, California, he witnessing at 183 pounds. He is the reigning and defending RCW Part of the Revolution champion. He is the perfect 5. He is loud and proud, Logan Myers.
Triple threat match for RCW's Heart of the Revolution Championship. Jake Crist, Isaiah Moore taking on champ Logan Meyer. You always wonder during an introduction like that when it's a title match, the champ is always introduced as reigning and defending, and I wonder why we need both. Because if he wasn't defending, there wouldn't be a match in the first place. And if he's defending, that means he is the champ already, so there's no need to say reigning. But I guess it sounds cool. That's all I got about that. Right now, the 3 guys in the ring are just jawing at each other. I think they're trying to form alliances, which 2 are going to take out the other one first, but yeah, it's sort of a free-for-all at the moment. Jake Chris sees it getting out of hand already. He's trying to get everybody to calm down. For the most part, all 3 have been in the ring for this whole thing so far. It's kind of unusual for a triple threat match. Usually after about 20 seconds, one of them gets clobbered and rolls to the outside for about 4 minutes. Isaiah Moore just shoved Jake Crist into Logan Myers. So they're both down, he's up. Crist is the first one to get to his feet. Isaiah Moore just kind of ignored him. And here comes Moore. Oh my gosh. Knife edge chop. Caves in Jake Crist's chest. There was one at Logan Myers. It was all right. Lifted knee strike to Crist to the other corner to a kick to the back of Myers' head. Moore rolls out from his corner. Grabs Myers, drops him face first onto the mat. Isaiah Moore is up, the other two are down. And all three are still in the ring. We're now down to two, sort of. Isaiah Moore did get outside the ropes for a second as Crist came into the ropes from inside the ring for a rebound. Moore grabbed his feet, yanked him down, pulled him outside of the ring, sent him into the ring post. That was a giant flatliner type move from Myers onto Moore, only for a 2 count. Crist is now coming back into the ring, but sort of dopey. Manages a spear on Myers. Rolls him over, up into a suplex. Drops Myers on his noggin. Crocodile rolls him around, lifts him up again. Probably would have got a 3, except for Isaiah Moore kicking him in the face. Moore has Crist up. The rolling slam. Moore bounces out and up to the top turnbuckle in the corner. Big giant splash onto Crist. And Crist kicks out at 2. No, I missed it. Crist was about to put Moore into a move. Logan Myers just snuck up from behind, yanked Crist out of whatever he was trying to do and rolled him up. Got the 3 count. Logan Myers remains your RCW's Heart of the Revolution champion. All right, now we have the main event of RCW's 14th anniversary show. Here from the Goodson Event Center in South Bend, Indiana. We're about 3 hours and 10 minutes into the event already. This main event is a 3 stages of hell match, meaning that it's 2 out of 3 falls. Each fall has a theme. The first fall is DQ. The second fall is a first blood match. And at that point, if somebody's won 2 falls in a row, well, it's over. But if it's 1-1, then the third part of the match is a lights-out death match. Theo Storm came to the ring with 2 chairs, threw them in the ring. Brutus Dillon came out all dressed from head to toe in white with a garbage can surely full of plunder, and he's going for it already. And he's reaching into his bag of tricks, and here comes one of those big silver hardware staplers, and Theo is like, you know what, maybe this wasn't a good idea. I'm not quite sure what the legalities are here. So the first match is DQ, which is violent. So if somebody's already bleeding by the end of that, then how do you work the second fall or second match, which is the first blood match? I don't know. The lawyers have certainly figured it out. Theo has been stapled right in the arm. There goes another one. And another one to the other arm. Oh, and accompanying dollar bills are now stapled to his arms. That's a good way to give somebody a COVID vaccine too, you know? Or measles. Go see wrestling, get in a match, cure your measles. as far as me versus Battery, Battery's at 38%, so I think we're going to make it. But even so, I'm not going to keep the mics on for every minute of this. As Brutus Dillon chokes Theo with a chain, I'll pipe it down and let you know when there's new developments. After whacking him with a chair a couple of times, cracking the lid to the garbage can over Theo's head, Brutus Dillon has rolled Theo back into the ring. Theo pretended to sort of cower for a minute, but he struck out at Dillon. Now Dillon's down. Theo's about to hit Dillon with a chair, but here comes Nerd from behind, grabs the chair out of Theo's hands and hits Theo in the back with it. Now remember, this is no DQ. So everything goes from his knees. Dillon just swings his arm up into the branches of the tree, so to speak. And there's your first pinfall. That ends the no DQ part of the match. The first stage is done. The second stage is the first blood, which probably has to be no DQ by default, I think. I mean, I'm guessing Theo must have bled a little bit from those staples, so maybe he's already lost the second part. And Brutus Dillon gives Nerd a big hug for his efforts. At least it's a hug so far. Oh, but Theo comes up and strikes Nerd in the back while he's hugging Dillon, and then he hit Dillon with the chair. The crowd was chanting, "We want tables." They got a door. RCW continuing to keep Menards in business here in northern and northwest Indiana. They have destroyed a lot of doors in this company. Theo brought the door from under the ring, set it up in the corner of the ring. Now he's kicking and punching Dillon to make sure Dillon is loopy, able to be thrown into the door. Theo almost went for a pinfall and tricked referee into dropping to his knees and starting to count. And then they both realized, wait, this is first blood. Now, before he got a chance to use the door, Theo dove to the outside, reached under the ring, and now has grabbed a board with a few dozen forks sticking upright out of the board. Well, they're plastic forks, but, you know, they're forks. After getting blasted in the head with the board with the fork sticking out of it and falling to the outside of the ring, Brutus Dillon has risen to his feet. He's bleeding from the forehead. So it's 1-1. We're on to the third stage, the lights out death match. The lights are on. It's figurative, of course. Lights out meaning this is no longer officially sanctioned by RCW. And Dillon is throwing multiple more chairs into the ring. The crowd is clearing away from one corner of the ring where Theo is hanging out. There's a lot of chairs under there. There's like 12 of them in the ring now. Since this can spill anywhere, I'm fearful for my equipment. I'm counting on the people around me to protect me. Okay, just to recap, we're in stage 3. It's now the lights out death match stage of the 3 stages of hell match. The door that Theo propped up in the corner of the ring earlier is still standing up in the corner, unbroken. Brutus Dillon has set up 6 chairs, all open with the seats down 3 and 3 facing each other to make a nice landing platform for someone's back. That was a chair going into Theo's back, just, because Dillon felt like it. Now it's 2 rows of 4. Ref Ray is just standing in the corner. He doesn't have much to do. It's no DQ. His only job is to do a 3 count for the winner. Dillon has followed Theo up onto the chairs, standing up on the chairs. He's behind Theo. What is he going to do? Gives the old Roman thumbs up, thumbs down. From standing on the chairs, Dillon looked like he was about to lift Theo up. Up. He lifts Theo up, swings him around, and they both go down through the chairs. And Dillon is now raided under the ring and brought up 2 more doors. So in the ring right now, we have about a dozen chairs, 1 broken door, 2 complete doors, 1 garbage can, which now has an extra dent in it, some light tubes, a bunch of, I already mentioned the chairs, right? With a couple of the surviving chairs that aren't bent to heck, Dillon has separated 2 of them facing each other and placed one of the unbroken doors across the seats to span the 2. Here comes another chair. Oh, he's building a double-decker. He's got 1 chair. There aren't many that aren't bent to hell, but he's now gotten 2 chairs on top of the door, which is spread across the other 2 chairs. See, kids, this is why you want to play with your Legos, because it helps you get building skills that you can use in a death match sometime later in life. Dillon just yanks Theo by the hair and casts him aside so he can finish making his contraption. Ref Ray is helping. What a gentleman. Well, this is unexpected. Dillon has rolled Theo in between the 2 tables that he has parallel and supported by chairs in his little tower of door. So, and by the way, the doors are kind of close to a corner. And here goes Brutus into the corner. He's on the inside of the ring, but he's climbing up the ropes. Seated on the top rope, feet on the second rope. Theo's in between the 2 doors. Here comes a Theo sandwich. A masked person has gotten into the ring to protect Theo. Other masked person came up from behind and struck Theo, or struck Dillon with light tubes. We don't know who these people are yet. Theo has won. Pieces of light tube from that have flown out into the crowd and hit people, so that's great. So Theo has new friends. Are we going to find out who they are? Ref Ray is like, I'm out of here. Shauna Reed and Paul Hubris from earlier. I don't know why they had it in for Brutus Dillon, but there you go. They helped out Theo Storm. Dillon is laying in the ring after all that. He might not get up for a while. The final count is 3 hours and 45 minutes. battery life down to 29%. Not too bad. Way to go, computer. Glad to know you have a nice battery. Kevin Storm's gotten in there to help his buddy. Well, anyway, this has been the Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program. I'm Ken the Metal Professor, covering Revolution Championship Wrestling's 14th anniversary event from the Goodson Event Center in South Bend, Indiana. Broadcast delayed on WVLP 103.1 FM in Valparaiso, Indiana. Coming up next month, we got RCW on May 18th, and also Backbreaker Wrestling on May 18th. That's unfortunate, but that happens a lot. We've also got 2 Pro Wrestling King events in the meantime, or at least one's in the meantime, I believe, at Bourbon, Indiana. And then another one coming up next month. So keep an eye on the Pro Wrestling King webpage. Keep an eye on the RCW webpage. If you want to see any of this, having listened to the little snippets that I deliver, RCW is putting up all their matches on their YouTube channel, so you can go subscribe to Revolution Championship Wrestling on YouTube. Go follow Backbreaker Wrestling on Facebook to keep up with what they have going on. Do Acme Championship Wrestling while you're at it, too. There's another Northwest organization. I'm sure I'm forgetting some. We got ARW Pro up there in Lake Station. And I need to quit now because I don't want to try to list everybody and leave somebody out. So those are the first ones that came to mind. There's always good stuff going on. And I am going to try to get out of here before the glass dust settles out of the air and into my hair. Good night, y'all.